Hey everybody, Justin Russell with RussellMarineProducts.com. How do you like the guest quarters for the next week? We are here in Orlando, Florida for ICAST 2019, but more importantly, we have another comparison video for you. What are we comparing? Well, we're comparing the new Lowrance Ghost trolling motor versus the Minn Kota Ultrex trolling motor and a head-to-head competition on some tests that we've come up with and developed over the past, I'm gonna say couple months. Engineer Eddie helped us on some of that stuff, but I do want to be clear about this. These were shot on 2 separate days, so our conditions were a little bit different each day. We weren't in a test lab or anything like that, but I think you're gonna get the basic point on some of the tests that we hit up. So we're gonna jump into a couple of the tests right here and check out and see how they compare to each other. All right, first comparison we're gonna do, raw weight. What's a Ultrex 36 volt trolling motor weigh versus his new Lowrance Ghost? So got a crane system here, got a scale system here, completely zeroed out. Up we go. Got all our cables off the ground, spinning around, and we are coming in at 65 pounds is what that looks like. So next up, grab the Minn Kota Ultrex, see what the raw dressed weight of that comes in at. Stay tuned. All right guys, we got the weight of the new Lowrance Ghost trolling motor. I believe it came in at 65 pounds. So now we've got a 36 volt, 112, 45 inch shaft Ultrex, the competitor. We're gonna raise the scale or raise the crane up here and see what the weight comes in at that. So we're on 0. Coming in at 72 pounds, so we're about 7 pounds heavier actually with the Minn Kota Ultrex versus the Lowrance Ghost trolling motor. Next, onto the water. All right guys, next up the pull test. We got the Minn Kota 36 volt, 112 pound thrust, 45 inch shaft pull test. We're gonna compare it to Lowrance's Ghost trolling motor. I've got it set to 10 here, full bore. We're gonna pull forward here and tighten up on our scale and see what we get here. I'm gonna ease up and tighten and see what we get there on the pull out. What kind of poundage we getting there? How about now? What about right now? All right guys, as you can see here, we're in between the boat dock perfectly, going full bore here, trying to figure out, looks like, I think the highest Aaron said was 60, consistently pulling mid 50s on poundage. So next up, gonna compare it to the Lowrance Ghost trolling motor. All right, next up is a pull test. On the Minn Kota 112 36 volt 4-Trex, we ended up getting around 55 to the 50s, basically on pulling force consistently is what we saw. We did see it spike up to 62, but again, I don't really feel that's very consistent. So we're gonna go out today and try it on the actual Lowrance Ghost trolling motor. We do have it on the 36 volt setting. So again, the thrust rating is higher, but we're gonna see in the real world scenario what it actually does here. So I'm gonna move us forward here to pull the tension tight on our scale. And then we're gonna hammer down and see what she does here. So let's see what she'll do. What are you getting at now? Oh, not that good, huh? How about now? I'm trying to hold it How about now? So just like the Ultrex? Yeah. Even then it's hitting the 100s? All right. Next up is going to be our top speed challenge. I've got a Lowrance live unit that we're actually going to keep on the boat. So when we switch out to the Ghost trolling motor, strictly going to be here with the Lowrance live unit. These batteries are fully charged. They are a couple years old, so they're not new, but keep in mind, we're not changing any of the variables that are on here. Same batteries, going with the Ghost trolling motor in direct comparison. We're going to take this thing up to full power, obviously let it go up to full power. I am going into a breeze right now. I don't know what the wind speed is, but it's a pretty good breeze. I'm going to go into the breeze actually, so it will slow us down a little bit. But again, direct comparison as to what we're going to be doing here with the Lowrance Ghost trolling motor. So let's check it out. Now we're going to turn around and go with the wind, take a running average here, so that way we can have an honest comparison between the two trolling motors. All right guys, on here on the water, it is breezier today by 7 miles an hour than what it was yesterday when we were out here with the Minn Kota Ultrex. We live in Kansas, it's part of it. But we are going to put this down, got it on 36 volt, got it on max, going to tear into the wind here, see what our speed is, then turn back around and go with the wind and see what the top speed is on this. All right guys, now we've made our into the wind jog. I think we saw it hit 2.9, 3 miles an hour, which I think is how fast the Ultrex went with the wind. So now we're going to turn around and go with the wind and see what we get here. All right guys, final test we've got right here is just going to be a time test, and I'm trying to keep my cleat here on the end of this dock even with this pylon. So what we're going to do is basically do a stopwatch on my phone and see how long it takes us to get to the end of that boat dock over there. So let me get the boat back straight. Wind's kind of fighting us right here. There's she coming around. So what I'm going to do is we're going to record this and see how long it takes us to get to the end of the dock, and then again going to do the comparison with the Lowrance. So here we go. Full power, winding up here. And I'm doing this till the trolling motor crosses the end of that dock, FYI, not the back of the boat. So again, gonna do it as fair as we can get her. 15, 16, 17, 20. I guess we can walk this and get the actual distance as well too. 25, 30, 32.62 from there to here. So 32.62 seconds. So next up, Lowrance Ghost trolling motor, see what it does. All right guys, the very final test that we had was the stopwatch test. So we're on the dock here. I've got my cleat aimed right at that pylon, just like we did on the Minn Kota Ultrex. I'm gonna hit go on the stopwatch here, hammer down and see how long it takes us to get the bow of that boat to the very last end of that dock here. So, all right, get us a little straight here. Ready, set, go. Boom. 31.79. So we're a little bit faster than the Ultrex. Not a ton, but a little bit faster. Again, same boat, same batteries, fully charged on there. Batteries are like 3 years old though, but again, consistent between both of them. So anyway, fairly close on each. In conclusion, so we've had the Minn Kota Ultrex 36 volt 45 inch shaft against head-to-head Lowrance Ghost trolling motor 47 inch shaft. In conclusion of everything, checking everything out, I think the edge does go to the Lowrance Ghost trolling motor. What I want to see in the future is I want to see what some of the benefits are of the brushless motor versus the brush with the Minn Kota Ultrex. So, you know, it's worked out very, very well in other industries with other tools, especially you've seen like electric drills, for example. Brushless is definitely the way to go. But from what we've seen today, the Ghost is a little bit faster. It seems to get up to speed faster, what I've seen. So the shorter distances, we did a pretty long distance there. We'll have to actually take and see the measurements as to what that difference was, or distance was, I should say. But so far, I can tell you for sure the steering is much more responsive being fly-by-wire. It seems to be a lot more sensitive to how everything is. I'm really, really happy with this as well, too, when it comes to transducer options. So not only can you get different options of transducers, but the cool thing is, again, in some of the features on that, you can change that transducer out yourself, not void the warranty at all as well. Price point, $2,999. Now, compared to a comparable Ultrex, meaning iPilot Link with MDI transducer, you're about the same price. However, the Minn Kota Ultrex does come with a LCD screen remote control. If you want a remote control for the Lowrance Ghost, you have to buy that separately. It's only 99 bucks, but it's not a touchscreen LCD like you've got with the Minn Kota Ultrex. So, apples to apples comparison, I will say everything considered the same. The edge does go to the Lowrance Ghost trolling motor on performance. Price point wise, I will be curious to see if Minn Kota continues to have the non-link model Ultrexes available in the future, especially considering Motor Guide is coming to the market with a trolling motor that will pair up with Lowrance units and is rumored, we've seen it, is actually going to be less priced than what the Lowrance Ghost trolling motor is as well too. So for you guys that are out there considering getting a new trolling motor for your boat, definitely give a look at the new Lowrance Ghost trolling motor, especially for you guys running the Lowrance products. Definitely worthwhile product to be having on your boat. Be sure to check out our other awesome videos and some other comparison videos that we have coming out. Be sure to like, share this video, subscribe, and more importantly, hit that bell so you know we have another comparison video coming your way.